Good evening and welcome to NYNJPA Weather, your weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino. Well, we had a very active day throughout the Northern Mid-Atlantic, especially for the New York City metropolitan area. For the first time this season, many locations had their first trace of snow and sleet as a strong upper-level low intensified off the Northern Mid-Atlantic and New England coast. Now, the band of rain mixed with snow and sleet at times, which originally developed over parts of southern New England late last night and retrograded through the Northern Mid-Atlantic from east to west through the day, is now positioned over northeastern Pennsylvania, western New Jersey, and parts of central New Jersey. This band of rain is starting to weaken because it's moving away from the strongest areas of lifting, and eventually will start to work back to the east as the upper level low begins to slowly, very slowly, move to the east. But as that's happening, another area of precipitation associated with more lifting with the coastal low itself will begin to redevelop over parts of eastern Connecticut and Long Island, and that also will work west. So what we should see throughout the evening is redeveloping areas of showers mixed with snow and sleet at times. No accumulation is expected, but it should be a raw, cold night throughout the Northern Mid-Atlantic into tomorrow morning. Now, let's take a look at the water vapor satellite picture. This water vapor satellite picture is extremely impressive. Note how tightly wound this upper level low is. You have dry air which originates over the St. Lawrence River Valley and works all the way around through the southern Mid-Atlantic, through the Atlantic, and back around through southern New England into the center of the coastal low, should I say. And then we have our moisture source, which, by the way, begins in the tropical Atlantic and Caribbean, and that works all the way through the Canadian Maritimes, back down through parts of the eastern Great Lakes and central New York, back through the northern Mid-Atlantic, and circling around into the upper level low. Now, this is extremely impressive for an upper level low this time of year. And basically what we're expecting is that this upper level low will slowly move east into the Atlantic, but the impacts of this storm will not start to decline until tomorrow morning. So if you're in Connecticut, Long Island, New York City, coastal New Jersey, especially from Monmouth County on northward, expect periods of rain to continue, mixing with sleet and snow at times through tonight into tomorrow morning. No accumulations expected again, but the big story here is the winds. The winds are going to range anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour over the interior, 15 to 30 miles per hour along the coast. Combine that with temperatures stuck in the 30s and 40s, dropping into the 20s and 30s in some locations, and you're talking about wind chills in the 20s and 30s. And that's pretty chilly considering just a few weeks ago we were in the 50s and 60s and even some locations 70s. So it's clear that winter is here. It has made a short, brief visit before the main show really begins later on in the month and in December. But this is basically a very impressive system and something that we're going to have to keep an eye on because we continue to see these coastal storms developing off the Mid-Atlantic and New England coast. And it's a trend that I think is starting to become established and may be a bellwether for the winter. So as we're moving forward, expect this upper low to move east and the dry air that's over the Ohio Valley to eventually grasp hold by Wednesday afternoon throughout the entire northern Mid-Atlantic. On the surface map, you can see that area low pressure remaining just to the east of Long Island. Eventually, high pressure that is currently over the southeast, up through the Ohio Valley and into the St. Lawrence River Valley, will take hold for Wednesday night, Thursday, and Friday with clearing skies and still cool conditions, but at least the winds will be declining and in a range more around 5 to 15 to 10 to 15 miles per hour. Not nearly as strong as what we're seeing right now this evening. Thereafter, high pressure will start to shift off the coast to the southeast. Slightly warmer conditions can be expected for Saturday into Sunday. We're talking about returning into the upper 50s, slightly above normal for this time of year, before a strong cold front with a significant blast of polar and potentially Arctic air starts to move through the region on Monday. That is going to be a very interesting cold front to keep an eye on. Thank you for visiting NYNJPA Weather. I'm meteorologist Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent evening.